on tonight with YouTube. So hopefully our lovelies are able to connect with us again. Hopefully most of them were subscribed. We had about 30 of us in. But yeah. So Crystal, like I was talking about, can y'all hear me over here? Or Fawn said can't hear you. Do you mean on YouTube? I just started YouTube over again, so we're back up and running on YouTube, but I assume Instagram can still hear me. Thank you so much for your likes, babe. Instagram, can y'all still hear me? Okay, great. So, like I was saying, Crystal mentioned that communication is a theme for her. You've been heavy in your communicative energy, and that aligns because you are in your first 52 days cycle, period. You're in your first 52 days, which starts on your day, and that is your Mercury cycle. So when you're in your first 52 days, communication and expansion of the mind is going to be a thing. You're going to feel you're going to feel more charged energetically to get started, to take initiative, to do things, to speak on things sooner than later. So that's what I mean. Like when you know where you are, you know how to work with the energy, you understand the season, the reason. Okay? So let's see what else we got. Welcome back, YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but we here again. Okay. We have Soul Awakening. Today is a very powerful day in the most subtle way. Today is the most powerful day in the most subtle way. Yes, we have card number 36 in my hand. This is a leadership card, speaking of initiative. So it is important that we take action when it comes to the voice of our soul, when it comes to indulging in information and learning different things and having those in-depth conversations and being curious. Our souls, like, I am ready to rise. I am ready to remember. I am ready to root myself. I'm ready to delve deeper and go down the rabbit hole. Okay, but with the leadership here, what initiative do you need to take? Is it booking you a session on CrystalineMars.com? Is it ordering you a book? Is it going to look on some YouTube videos, learning about houses or placements or meditations or Reiki or whatever that is for you, right? So how can you take initiative? You're waiting on things, but Spirit's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? If it matters to you, then prioritize it. It's time for us to sweep in front of our own front door. I shared that with y'all today. Today I swept in front of my own front door. There are cobwebs that I walk past every fucking day because I don't fuck with bugs. I don't like webs and shit. But that energy, those webs be trapping energy. And I'm doing all of this work, this spiritual work, this spiritual alignment, this soul awakening, this manifestation. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, my door is full of cobwebs, bitch. Energy all blocked up. Right? So sweep in front of your own front door, aka tend to your own garden, aka tap in. I remind us as we're in this Gemini energy, let's be intentional with what we are speaking over our lives, what we are talking about, what we are thinking about. This is important that we focus this Gemini energy and we're not just letting the Gemini energy run us. We run in our mouth, gossiping, stuck in the past. It's time to get up and kick that ass. Welcome in to all of y'all who are joining. Thank you so much, Crystal. You can ask me a question. Will I answer it? Now that's to be determined. Gosh, this is a lot. Yeah, somebody may feel like this is a lot. And it's only 4 cards. So yeah, this is stability, structure, foundation, right? So it may not even be a lot, but it just kind of feel like a lot. Like, God damn. We have radical truth in reverse, right? So you could be, there could be something that you're not seeing in totality about a situation, about yourself, about your reality here. We have persistent patience, the peacemaker. Persistent patience, the peacemaker. So I'm picking up on, this is card number 5. This is card number 5. I was just talking about the Gemini energy here, the peacemaker. Persistent patience. So some of you may have been waiting on your turn, waiting for your moment to rise, to speak up, to share some kind of art, some kind of music here, some kind of ideas. But this is your green light. This is also a reminder for you to mean what you say and say what you mean with this boundaries energy here. To be very honest with not others, but just not with just yourself, but others as well. There is some knowledge that you're meant to share. Some of you have very healing energy. Your soul awakens other people. Your story may awaken other people. And so you may be called to do the inner work to help those around you energetically. You may be called to learn certain skills and things like that because you're going to be the person who are training the new people on the job. You're the one that's about to be getting promoted to the manager, the CEO, whatever that is for you. We have loner in reverse. Thank you for bringing that back to me. With this patient, with this persistent patience, I was picking up on Libra energy. I got you, Ari, for your reading. I'm about to close up for the collective. So if y'all do want a reading, this you got until I finish Ari's reading to send your love offering in. If not, I'll close the door and we will be done for tonight. But I was picking up on community, right? Some of us have been in that Aries energy. You may have like a Libra North Node, Aries South Node energy or something like that. And thank you so much, KZ, for your super chat. I send it back times a million. Thank you so much. And we're being called to move more out of I got this alone, I got to do this alone, and move more into we can do this together, right? So how can you be more community based? How can you be more community minded, right? So with this loner in reverse, this is not the time to isolate yourself. This is your time to have those conversations, to speak up. Maybe you're the one who always keep it low key, you try to keep the peace. And I understand that, conflict isn't a thing that a lot of us like to lean into. But I need you to speak your truth. I need you to speak the truth. Because some of y'all, it ain't even about your truth. It's truth. Okay? And we have the shadow. Like I said, it's time for you to come out of the shadows, but it's time for you to embrace your shadows. It's time to come out and go into simultaneously. And when I say go into the shadows, I mean being very introspective, learning about yourself, learning about your people, learning more about your job, learning about how can you show up. How can you show up in an expanded version? How can you stretch the shoes? How can you stretch your mind? How can you nurture your spirit? What's the shadows? Then we talk about the sweeping in front of your own front door. What energy is trapped? What part of yourself are you blocking off from expressing? Is it being honest and vulnerable and allowing yourself to be loved or to be seen or to be heard? Some of you may feel weird. You may feel out of placement. You may feel like a black sheep, right? And embrace that. Embrace your uniqueness. That is what you need to bring to the table. We need more energy like that. We need more authentic energy. We need more authentic energy. So may your energy be contagious. Your energy is contagious. So what's the quality? What's the quality of your life? What is the quality of your mind? What is the quality of your conversations? It's time for us to shift. I'm picking up on somebody who has very strong leadership abilities, but you're wasting it. Focusing on the negatives instead of creating solutions to help the problem. Focusing on complaining about the have-nots instead of focusing on, okay, what do I have and how can I create more with that? How can I be grateful for that? All right. So we're going to close out with what? I'm just going to pull one card. We have the Page of Pentacles. New opportunity. This represents new opportunities. This represents studious energy. Like I said, what is your soul calling for you to delve deeper into to understand? Is it about spirituality? Is it about your job? Is it about your relationships? Is it about your emotions? Is it about home life? Is it about your roots? Is it about your path? Is it about your past? Right? But back to the message of the day. This is a beautiful closeout. This page is turning the page. The Pentacles represents material. Right? So what resources can you use? Back to the message of the day. Doors are opening, reflecting your readiness. Doors are opening for you, and every door that opens for you is a reflection of your readiness. But it starts with you. It starts with you. This is an opportunity for you to start over, for you to shift your focus, for you to see more for yourself. But sometimes we have to see more for ourselves to see more for ourselves. And that means we got to do some work. We got to do some past life traveling, some future traveling, some intentional connections, divine reflections to see like what path resonates most with me. What's my part of fortune? What's my midheaven placement? What's my life path number? What's my Jupiter? What's my Mars? What's my Venus? Placement, birth chart reading. This is the season. I don't care where you are in your cycle. The lovely I connected with today, she's like midway in her cycle. And this is a beautiful time for us to realign. Okay? So I do have a declaration for our closeout that I invite you all to share down below in the comments. And our declaration is going to be, what's meant for me flows with ease and arrives without force. What's meant for me flows with ease and arrives without force. What's meant for me flows with ease and arrives without force. Ashe? So that concludes our general reading for tonight. I do have a personal reading in queue. So we're going to do Baby Boo. If y'all do have any questions for me, this is your time. Y'all can leave them down below in the comments. It can be around anything. And I'll do my best to answer. It could be around birth charts. It could be around spirituality. It could be around services that I provide. It could be around relationships. Whatever, right? If you need some spiritual guidance, I still have the door open. Y'all know I'd be quick to close them fucking doors. I still have the door open for readings. I will not wait though. Okay? Someone asked me in the comments what cycle. So I'm speaking of, so throughout your 365 days, throughout your year cycle, our year is broken down into 52 days. Starting at our birthday. So on our birthday, that's day 1. And we have a birth chart, a natal chart, where when we were born, the planets were in their proper place wherever they were. And at the time that we were born, our birth chart gives us a snapshot of all of those planets, where they were, what zodiac sign they were in, how they will affect what areas of our life, how they will influence our personality, our mind, our relationships, our path, our purpose, and things like that. And so throughout the 52 days, throughout the 365, every 52 days is chopped into a different cycle, a different planet, which governs a specific area of our life. So your first 52 days is your Mercury. Mercury governs the mind. Mercury governs the communication. So there will be a lot of thought-provoking conversations. That's going to be when your energy is going to be more curious. That's when you're going to be called to use your throat chakra more, to delve a little deeper. Then the next 52 days is your Venus cycle. So relationships are going to be a highlight for you. So things that you really value, maybe things that you've been suppressing, will begin to come to the surface for you. 52 days after that, your energy is going to shift into your next cycle. Okay? Which I believe is your Jupiter or your Mars, one of the two. And your energy is going to focus there. Okay? But then your birth chart tells you, like, okay, my Mercury is in Cancer. And Cancer has to do with our relationships and home and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of conversations that come through that are mentally stimulating, that help you grow, that help you understand. That's going to happen through your relationships and your connections with people. If your Mercury is in Virgo, you may find that you're feeling more inclined to think about business, to think about networking, right? You may feel more focused on health. Your mind may be on, okay, I need a new diet. I need to work out more or something like that. If your Mercury is in Aries, you will feel your energy is going to be more directed to, okay, I need to take action and start this. I want to start a new business for some of us, right? And you just may feel more driven, more action oriented. Okay, that could also bring in a lot of like intense conversation, a lot of intense energy to get you moving. Okay, so that's kind of like an example of the themes that I'm speaking of, right? Your Venus, that's more so what makes you attractive, right? How you can attract energy. So if your Venus is in Gemini in your Venus cycle, you're going to want to use your throat chakra. You're going to want to speak. Use the gift of gab. You're going to want to pick people's brain. You're going to want to open up and share what you hold near and dear to you, and that's going to help you with attracting energy that is in alignment with that. Right? So that's just like a little rundown, and we break that down. That's how I do my birth chart readings. We look at the planets, we look at energetically how they influence you, but then also I break down the cycles and I gift you all this information so you can always reference it and you can have it logged in your calendar so you can stay in alignment and know, okay, we about to shift. I'm about to shift into my Uranus. I'm about to shift into my Saturn. I'm about to shift into my Jupiter. This is time of expansion. I remember back in my Jupiter, that's when I started bringing more services. I brought like fucking 40 different rituals to the table. And I started like really doing things differently when it came to the daily energy and things like that. In my Jupiter cycle, I was being called to expand, to stretch. I'm currently in my Jupiter year. I'm 30 years old, and at 3 come on 30, we got 30 of us here. I am 30, and so this year is about stretching. It's about me expanding, you know? So that's what we cover. That's what we cover in the birth chart reading, and it really gives us a greater understanding of ourselves and our life and how we can create in alignment, not just fucking wishing on a star and staying so stuck in the now or trying to create a path that's not in alignment, that's not going to be fulfilling to our soul. It may be fulfilling to our ego, right? But yeah, so I hope that explains that. Noelle said, are those your beauty marks? They are not. They are not. Okay. Okay. Philip said first 52 is Mercury, second Venus, third 52, and it's 52 weeks in a year. Ashe. How the hell did you learn all this? From my lover, Lagaz. I love him so much. From Lagaz. Lagaz is literally my teacher. Literally. Before I met Lagaz, I was only doing tarot. Before I met Lagaz, I was only doing tarot, and I was connecting with archangels. I ain't know nothing about nothing. And then he came into my life with all of the tools, and I absorbed it like a sponge. I'm his protege, okay? That's my baby. KZ says, so there are many cycles happening at once from different planets? Yes. Yes. And some planets move faster, some planets move slower in regards to like on a universal level, right? Like Mercury is one of our fastest moving planets. Mercury transits through each zodiac sign throughout the year, like every 2 weeks or so, right? There are some planets that move a little slower, right? Like Uranus is one of those planets. Some planets move like once every 20 years. You know, so yes, it's energy's always moving. That's why it's important that we understand our personal planets so we can know how to dance. You know, 1-2 step. Right? Okay, so Brookie said, what's Pisces Venus? So a person with the Pisces Venus placement, they're more so going to be very, very, very invested in their relationships when it comes to helping them grow. Pisces Venus people feel very responsible for giving their partner or the people that they're in relationships with all of the tools and resources that they need so they can grow. Venus Pisces people feel very fulfilled by being at service. That you connect with people on a deep level spiritually. You're able to feel those people around you, which is what creates a safe space, and that's why you attract a lot of people. You attract a lot of people because you're able to connect with them on a level that's beyond the surface. Venus Pisces people also attract people who are broken, who need healing, who are immature, because you naturally have that energy that is nurturing, that is healing, that is enlightening. Venus Pisces people love depth, and they need to feel spiritually connected to their person. They will give and give and give and give, even if they don't have nothing to give. They will go figure it out. They're gonna go to a wishing well or whatever to show up and pour into the people that they love. So that's kind of like a brief Pisces Venus placement. Ms. Paula said, I appreciate the energy you gave me today. Of course, it was a pleasure. I made it my business to see you in person. Crystal said, I agree. That's a thorough breakdown for sure. Ashe. Blanco said, Ashe, good explanation. Of course. Lovely said, anyone from India? Peace, y'all. Welcome in. Andy said, you remind me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures style-wise. I am not sure who that is, but okay, thank you. You said, I love it for real, so that was a compliment. Thank you. That one guy said, can you shout out my little brother? His name is Nicholas. But can you say Nick? I ain't fooling with you. You try to get me. They try to get me to say the N-word. I think I answered your question, 80. Oh, I don't know. Who else we have? I'm just trying to go through the comments. I'm about to get into the reading. Thank y'all so much. Can I ask a question? If yes, just let me know when you're ready. Sure. I told you I can always ask. Now, what I'm gonna answer, how I'm gonna answer it. Now, that's a different question. Graffiti said, is there a good time frame for me to conduct this justice meditation? Asking in regards to your read from me last night's show. So, I would just recommend in regards to a good time frame, I would say that nighttime is better, and you just want to start it at a six vibration. I would start it at a 6 vibration. So even if it's 11:04, right? 11:04 adds up to 6. Or if it's, bitch, now you got me thinking. If it's 12, what? If it's 12:03, that adds up to 6. You just want to make sure it adds up to 6. So whatever time it is, because you know it repeats itself. It's only nine numbers. So just make sure you start at a 6 time. That's just the biggest thing. And nighttime will be more. You'll be able to tap in deeper. What else? Brookie says, so I am a Pisces and I feel like I give and give, but I'm still no one's first choice or just don't have a connection with people. Okay, so with that Pisces and when you feel like you give, you got to remember to pour into yourself. You have to remember to pour into yourself because like I said, Pisces are very, very giving and you're nobody's first choice because you're not your first choice. You're not your first choice. So I understand that you love people and you want to show up for everybody, but you have to remember because you will literally get sick. You will literally get drained. So that is something that you will have to learn to move into is, okay, how can I show up for myself first so I can show up for those around me? You got to love yourself first. Okay. So Nino said, I want to get into the reading. Lovely, are you here for the reading? Lovely. Who sent in the reading? Are you still here? No, that wasn't Tony. Tony was from last night. Ari, are you here? But Nino asked, can you tell me a little about a Capricorn North Node? So I would love to. Ariana. Okay, so I'm gonna just answer Nino's question, and then y'all can still ask questions, but I am going to answer Nino's questions, and then I'm gonna give it to you, Ariana. Thank you for your patience, love. Or no, I'm gonna get into Ariana because Ariana paid her bucks. So Nino, hold tight. If y'all have any more questions, y'all can type them in, and I'm gonna get to y'all after Ariana real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and do you, Ariana. I ain't gonna have you wait like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get you because you've already been waiting, Ariana. It's been 15 minutes, bitch. I got you. So what you want? You said a love / general read. Okay, so you said love / so I'm gonna do like a half of the love cards. Whoa. All right. So first we have get a grip. Self-awareness is key. Know when to hold and when to let go. Recognize when to lighten the load and allow yourself to release. We have new perspective. Shake off past regrets and disappointments and let yourself be free. Your overthinking is draining your energy and holding you back. Overtime. I just want to show you the cards. These would look like. So you have overtime. Victory tastes the sweetest when earned through hard work and dedication. Keep persevering. The reward is worth it. That was the message of the day. Okay, now let me see and pull 3 more for you. May I have a love reading? Send your love offering in, babe. You can send it through Super Chat, or if you look down in the description below, I have all of our information there for you to send in through Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, Zelle. So it is a $15 minimum for a 6-card pull. Anything more, I will exchange. $10 for 1 yes or no pendulum. $20 for 3 yes or no pendulums. Okay, great. So, baby boo, you said I have a question as well. Okay, you can ask your question. But when it comes to your reading itself, I do feel like with this new perspective, Spirit is inviting for you to shift your focus here. With this, get a grip. Recognize when to lighten your load and release something. With this overtime, you may be overthinking something. This could have to do with like a past relationship, or you're holding somebody to a past version of themselves, or you may just be kind of stuck in a space with a certain person. And Spirit's calling for you to zoom out and look at something from a different angle, okay? Or just stop focusing on something as a whole. It may be something that you just need to redirect your energy. We do have Shango here, and Shango is the warrior of justice, of protection. And so there could be some unjust energy that you've experienced recently, and you've just been trying to figure out what you need to do or what's going on, or you've just been needing coverage. And this is a confirmation that you do have coverage here. But we have the solar plex chakra, and we have big money grip. So with this overtime, victory tastes the sweetest when earned through hard work and dedication. Keep persevering. The reward is worth it. You are definitely being called to lean more into your solar plex chakra and take initiative, take action, and move forward. Create something, walk into something, move more into that empowered energy, because you are aligning with some abundance, with some big money grip energy. But you got to shift your perspective, or you need to open up to the change that is here for you. Okay, so it could be the way you change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You might just need to shift your perspective around certain relationships that happen, the why certain people did certain things, or really ask your guides some deep questions about the why from a higher level, not from a pessimistic level, not from a victim level. And that's going to help you expand, which is going to help you grow and move more in alignment. Okay, so that's what I have for you. So, for any questions, y'all gotta send love offerings for yes or no's. Anaya, Ashley said, I need a new job. Please, I need a new job too. Please let me know if you foresee in my future. I've been laid off since September. Same for you, Ashley. If you want a yes or no, $10. 3 yes or no's, $20. If you want 6 card pulls or more, $15 minimum. So to answer Nino's question was, can you tell me a little bit more about a Capricorn North Node? So North Node, first off, to those of us who don't know or need a refresher, your North Node is the energy that you're meant to master. Okay? Your North Node is your energy that you're meant to master. And one sec, because I cannot recall off the top of my head what's the South Node to North Node. North. What is South Node? Okay, cool. So, with your North Node being in Capricorn, you have a South Node in Cancer. So our North Node is the energy that we're meant to master. The South Node is the energy that we came into this life that we have mastered. It is Cancer in a past life to support you with fulfilling your North Node mission. So Capricorn North Nodes, in this life, you're going to be learning major lessons around building from scratch. You're going to be learning major lessons around hard work, around discipline, around structure, around boundaries with self, and healthy boundaries that you have with other people as well. Capricorn North Nodes, you typically tend to have a very you have an upbringing like as a child to where you have to grow up sooner. You may have to you may find yourself being you may have found yourself having to be the parent for your siblings, or you may have had to take care of your parents emotionally or in some kind of way, maybe financially. You had to bring more money to the table sooner than later. You may have had to get your own job sooner than later and things like that. But Capricorn North Nodes you are going to be called to be more practical, be more stable financially. You're going to definitely have some money, a lot of money lessons. Like, say if you had a pretty chill life for the most part, at some point in time, that Saturn Capricorn energy is going to come in, and you're going to have a humble beginning, bitch. Okay? For you to learn how to really have a healthy relationship with money, how to rebuild your relationship with money. North nodes and Capricorns as well. You're gonna feel called to take like higher positions, to manage people, even if it's not on like a job level. It could be like just managing the energies in your house, right? Managing other people's emotions. Okay, because with your South Node being in Cancer, in a past life, you were very lovey-dovey, very family-oriented, very nurturing, very kind, very flow, right? Very fluid. But in this life, you're like, it's like you're being called to really harness and embody that pillar energy, which is uncomfortable because you like fluidity, you like change and things like that. But with the Capricorn energy, it's like slow and steady and fortify yourself. So there's going to be lessons when it comes to you being more stable in all areas, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So you'll be called to create systems, create a routine that actually helps you be consistent when it comes to building what you came here to build. Build systems or build spaces, platforms, or whatever it is for people to actually come and learn. You're a great teacher, Capricorn North Nodes. So part of your calling is to teach. But you have to go through some things so you can be relatable, so you can know what not to do, so you can know what direction not to lead people in. You're going to have lessons around you really having to do the uncomfortable. Because Cancer, South Node, you was all about making everybody feel comfortable, seen, and heard. And this life is like, I'm going to tell you what you need to know. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And it may hurt, but it's going to help. Okay? So that's a quick little synopsis of a North Node Capricorn placement. So I don't think I got any more love offerings. I'll give y'all about a minute or two to ask any more questions. Thank you so much, Jay, for your love. Brookie said, thank you so much. So as a Pisces, what can I do to learn to love myself? Because I am just lost. Start with the birth chart reading, understanding yourself in totality, CrystallineMars.com. Start understanding yourself in totality. Okay? What we got? Thank you so much, Gavin. Of course, Nino. Crystal said, what are your thoughts on divination rods? Have you ever used them? I don't know what those are. No, I have never used them in this life anyway, and I don't know what they are. So I have no thoughts. You said, I think that's what the rods are called. That's news to me. That's new news to me. You just reminded me of something. I got to look into that. I don't know. Blanco said, I got my notes. Great. I'm glad you're taking them. Brooke said, girl, you're so pretty, like you were blessed by God. Thank you. You're so kind. You said it's called dowsing too, I believe. Yeah, I never heard of that. Dylan said, what in the voodoo bollocks food stamps is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. You let me know. Stay a while and hang with the show. Yeah, Brookie, they're wilding. Divination rods are used to ask yes or no questions like a pendulum. Oh, okay. No, I never used them. I use pendulums though. So I guess I use the other form of them. Y'all get y'all pendulums on CrystallineMars.com, $13. So yeah, I don't see any more comments. I really enjoyed tonight though. I really did. Y'all know y'all don't really ask me too much, and I love speaking. I'm not, and I humbly say this, I'm not as deep as Lagos because his North Node is in Aquarius, and Lagos could go deep, bitch. And I told y'all I'm his protege. I be learning, so I can't go as deep as Lagos go. in the area that he go in, I'll say. But when we talk about astrology and numerology, I'm still learning there too. But that's like that's more like my stilo. That's my stilo. So I love when y'all ask questions around that. Um, but I don't see any more questions, so I think we're gonna go ahead. I do have a few rituals that I need to do tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to work for y'all. And if y'all do want any one-on-one services, CrystallineMars.com, personal candle rituals, jar rituals, jewelry. I did finish that golden healer set, so I will be adding that tonight. Brother Lagos did prices. I just got to get the price from him. Okay. So, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I think it's time to go ahead and transition out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all meet us here, same time, Divine, around 8:15, 8:20, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Turn your notifications on. Thank y'all for sharing this space. Be sure to share this live, like the live if you hadn't already. Graffiti said, what type of ritual is good for me to conduct? What type of ritual is good for you to conduct? I mean, that's a pretty broad question. Like, Graffiti, what type of ritual is good for me to conduct? I mean, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? Miss Paula said, good morning, beautiful. Good morning. You still here? You still here, Miss Paula? You said at this time? Anaya, I acknowledge your question. If you would like the spiritual guidance, send in your love offering. We closed for the night, actually. So your answer was question. Your question was answered. Okay, shit. What we got? We got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So with this moon being in Cancer, you can do some rituals around the heart chakra and relationships. Relationship healing. Healing relationship with the divine feminine. Oh, you said calling in justice. So connected with the divine feminine. Oya. Ma'at. Yeah. You said, oh, I meant good night. Okay. Ashe. So that's what I have, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and close out now. Thank y'all for sharing this space again. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace and love. Ashe. Oh, Anaya said my question wasn't about relationship. It was academic related. You still asked the question, Anaya, and I told you. So the answer remains the same. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.